Bitcoins and beer, bitcoins and beer. Here is Norm, he's a storm as he screams and raves and rants. He is here drinking beer, spilling bitcoins on his pants. Bitcoins and Beer, Episode 8. Hello, it's me, Norm, again, and I'm here once again to drink beer and talk about bitcoins. Today's beer is Lagunitas IPA, an old favorite of mine. Today's episode is about, why Bitcoin. A lot of people are asking me, why do people get into Bitcoin? Like someone like myself. Why are there certain people, kind of hesitant about it, and most of those people don't understand it, and there are people that understand it that are still kind of not really into it either. So I'm not here to tell you I understand this completely myself, but I'll tell you what I know. It seems to me that there are several different sections of the population into Bitcoin. And it's different in the United States than, let's say like Africa or the EU or South America, because there are very different economic reasons why people find Bitcoin appealing and why they find it frightening at the same time. So, Bitcoin, first of all, I've noticed a large number of people into Bitcoin are very into the whole freedom aspect of it. It frees you from the banks. A lot of people are very fed up with the banks. I've been there myself. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm into it. And there's a huge number of libertarians into this movement, because it's supposedly anonymous, which it's really not anonymous. It's kind of pseudo-anonymous. It's about as anonymous as email is. I'm kind of into it for that as well. I've been a registered libertarian for about 20 years now, so I understand that. There are things I agree with and I don't agree with. I'm more of a social libertarian than a political one, whatever that means to most people. But I do agree with a lot of their political stuff as well. That's the first time I've ever talked about my politics in front of people. But the other thing is, there's techno geeks, nerds, crypto nerds. I'm kind of a techno. Well, my field is technology, so I'm also into the technology thing. And then there's the investors, the ones that speculative investors. It's almost like gambling in my sense, which is one of the things I'm not into it for, and I will never tell anybody to invest in for that reason. Nobody can tell the future. Nobody knows where it's going. There's people saying that it's going to double in price any day now. But before that, it actually sometimes does double in price, but, it drops in price 60% before it doubles in price, sometimes 70%. So that's, 1 week it could be up and the next week it could be down. You really can't trust that at all. Nobody can tell the future of the price. Well, I can see where they're coming from, but if you're expecting immediate result, you might as well just play the lottery. Go buy a lottery ticket if you're going to do that. But the technology is fascinating. The whole blockchain, the public ledger, the paper trail that used to be so hard to follow is so much. Well, it's not so much easier. It can be easier to follow in the blockchain. There's a lot of things very interesting about it being totally. It is transparent. It's private, but it's not anonymous. Not right away, anyway. It can be anonymous. Email can be anonymous. Email can be totally transparent. There's certain things that people really do not understand about it. But the technology, having the incentive value, the timestamp, it's all explained in Satoshi's white paper. And if you have not read that yet, I would definitely go read it. One of the biggest fears I've heard people talk about is bloating the blockchain, making it so big that nobody can actually handle it anymore on a personal computer, which is explained about halfway through, I think, of Satoshi's white paper, where he does actually address that. But there's other things being put into Bitcoin that maybe he did not expect, of course. That could be detrimental down the road, but I don't know. Hopefully, stuff like Counterparty and I can't remember the other ones. Hopefully, they won't be too effective to it. But go look up Bitcoin 2.0 because that actually is what I think would be kind of detrimental if they use the Bitcoin blockchain instead of using another blockchain. They have the ability to create a whole other blockchain for that stuff, so I don't see why they just don't do that, because that would be actually that's why this was created like it was, where you could create your own blockchain to play around with and mess around with all you want. That is the key of this whole technology, is the blockchain and the way that it can be recreated and made for other things. Like, let's say right now you have everything in a MySQL database with either some sort of JSON or PHP or maybe a combination of both interface. I think this might take over MySQL in a sense, because it is encrypted. You can mark changes by time, by everything. You could keep information in there like you can MySQL, but it'd be secure, and you could actually fork the blockchain like they do with Counterparty and create other little tokens out there, and it could be like a ticketing system. Let's say that, where you can make a little, instead of creating a ticket, you create a token, and you turn in that token instead of a ticket. I could see the gambling industry actually really take a hold of this technology. Instead of the casinos offering you their own little poker chips, they offer you their digital tokens, and in wherever, Las Vegas or Atlantic City. I don't know. I don't care. I've never been to Las Vegas except for in the airport on layover, but never been in Atlantic City either. So I don't understand that gambling whole thing. But a lot of people in Bitcoin, actually the investors, pretty much do. But there's there's some very lucrative things that can be done with this technology that haven't even been explored yet, like contracts. There's legal stuff that you can't argue with, because it's all based on math. So I've rambled on for a little bit too long here, I think, but thanks for stopping by. Hopefully this opened your eyes to other aspects of this technology other than currency. But until next time, thanks for stopping by. Cheers. Enjoy.